Hey guys, it is Robin the Lady Biker. How is everyone doing today? Took off today on a ride. And this is going to be kind of a bittersweet ride because today, this is kind of a ride in a farewell to California. Alright guys, I'll tell you about it here in a moment. Come on. Alright, well hey guys, I am out and about, and this is actually, I've jumped up here on Highway 101, and we are starting to get through into, I'm just south of the San Ynez Valley wine region, and you'll start seeing here in a little bit a lot of vineyards and various things on the hills up to my right. But my gosh, I cannot believe it has been 3.5 years since Allie and I have been here in California, and here on the southern part of the Central Coast. And it's very, very quickly. In fact, when this video airs, if we haven't already left California, we will be, because our move to California, it's imminent. And there'll be some other videos coming up because we're road tripping it back to Texas to do a few things there, see family, see our kids, and before we actually jump on a plane. And saying farewell to California is bittersweet. And it is, I mean, Texas is home. Texas has always been home. And when we finish our time in Australia, we will be coming back to the U.S. We will be moving, or at least that's our plan for now. As I'm learning, anything can happen, roll with it. But our plan is to come back to the States to finish out our working careers and then retire. And Texas will be where, and that's where we want to go back to, is Texas, possibly the Ozarks of Arkansas. We still don't know quite yet. But we have really, really enjoyed our time here in California. I mean, it is beautiful, and we're coming into my favorite time of the year, because when I'm recording this video, it's late January, and we've had a lot of our winter rains. We're hoping to get a little bit more, but things are starting to green up. They've prepped all of the vineyards for the winter, for the downtime, so that they're ready to start, growing the fruit and being productive come spring. This is a beautiful time of year to just ride through the country, and so that's what I'm doing today. Being here in California has given us a lot. It definitely, riding out here has made me a better rider, primarily because all of those hills have back roads, and the roads are tight and twisty and windy, and we're not but 2 hours and you're in the Sierra Nevadas, or in the, there are mountains everywhere around here, and I'm talking mountains, not hills, mountains. And riding in these conditions, especially since I arrived here as a new rider, really has pushed my skills. So the topography here in California has given me quite a lot, and for that I'm grateful. Another thing that California has given us is experiencing this part of the country, because to be honest, I don't know if Allie and I would have come out as early in our riding as we had we not had to move here for his job. And I mean, y'all have seen some of my past videos. I mean, that epic summer road trip where we went through 9 western states. It is beautiful out here. California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana. I'm going to preface this part, the parts we rode in. Wyoming and Utah and Arizona. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So any of you who live on the East Coast who have been wondering if making a trip out here would be worth it, the answer, yes, it is worth it. I mean, even when we come back and are living back in Texas, we will come back to the western states to visit and see all of this again because it's worth it. The trip is worth it. So plan your trip, book out your vacation, make it happen. Another thing California has given us is an appreciation for wine. I know. Now the Texas wine scene is really starting to grow because a lot of wineries are finding out how, eerily similar the growing conditions, especially in the hill country, are to San Ynez Valley and Napa and Sonoma. The soil content, of course, is going to give it a different flavor, but that's something I would have never known had I not lived here. And it's given me an appreciation for wines that I probably would have never tried otherwise. So that was an experience that being here gave me, and so that was neat. Another thing California gave me was the opportunity to see my second ocean. So, well, it's kind of hard to call it not an ocean because it's so huge, but the Gulf of Mexico, it's lovingly called the third coast here in the U.S. because it's so vast. But I have lived on the East Coast at one point for 2 years and had the opportunity to see and spend some time around the Atlantic quite a bit. And the Atlantic Ocean is so different than the Pacific. It's more the rolling hills. There's more, the beaches are different, or at least from the part that I've been spending the most of my time with here. But being able to come to the Pacific Coast is just so radically different. And it's beautiful, and it gives a different perspective than the East Coast and the Atlantic Ocean does. So it gave me that, and I've ridden along the cliffs of the PCH. I've ridden through the redwoods, and with the redwoods on my right and the ocean on my left, and it's stunning to see those kinds of things that truly are unique and special to this part of the country, this part of the world. So, to say that it's going to be bittersweet to leave, it is. I mean, there's a handful of things that I will not miss. I will not miss the tax base. I mean, taxes here are crazy. I won't miss the property values here. There again, it is so stupid expensive that many young homeowners can't be homeowners here unless they inherit property from family. It's really kind of ridiculous in that respect. So, I mean, those kinds of things, the cost of living, I will not miss at all. But many of the people, because I've met some really, really neat people out here, but many of the people, views like this, I'm going to miss it. So California, for the 3.5 years that I've been able to experience, thank you. It has been an experience I will never forget. So, with that being said, guys, I appreciate every single one of you that hang on to the end of these videos with me. Y'all totally rock. And if you don't know it, you should. So, couple of questions, actually. One, have you ever been out to California? And if so, where? The second question would be a follow-on. If you've never been, have you ever wanted to? And if so, where do you want to go? But number 3, tell me your absolutely favorite place in the world. It doesn't have to be here in the U.S. It can be anywhere in the world. Tell us, what is your favorite place in the world and why? All right, guys. Well, I am headed up to the Harley shop. And then I may take the back roads. I'm going 101 to get there pretty quick right now, but may take the long way home. So with that said, guys, get out and ride if you can. Or find another adventure, whether it be on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, skis, water, whatever it may be. But when you do, have fun. Be safe. And I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye, guys.